Hello everyone, and today we will talk about the most overpowered Loomian in Loomian Legacy. And that Loomian is Dreggodyne. This Loomian was added during the raid update, and it evolves from using a fractured crown on Dreggo. Right now, Dreggodyne is everywhere in the Loomian Legacy Coliseum, and it's not just because it's new. It's because it's insanely overpowered. But why is it overpowered? And what does Dreggodyne have to make it that powerful? And are there any consistent ways to beat Dreggodyne? Let's see what its base stats are. Dreggodyne has some amazing base stats. The most impressive is that 135 ranged attack. While 135 range attack is a lot, it actually isn't the most in the game, as Ikazune, Phage Knot, and Gargolem attack form all have higher range attack, but its other base stats makes Dreggodyne pretty powerful, with a base health stat of 96, a melee defense stat of 77, and a range defense stat of 82. This makes Dreggodyne bulky enough to soak at least 2 neutral hits, and can often live a super effective hit, which is absolutely insane. The biggest weakness to Dreggodyne's stats is its relatively low speed stat of 70. But, while a speed stat of 70 is relatively low for a wall breaker, it does outspeed almost every ranged tank in Loomian Legacy. I'll give you all the speed stat of most ranged tanks in Loomian Legacy. Centimars has a stat of 54, Terraclaw has 43 speed, Venolin 61 speed, Gasdrug 55 speed, Fishkarna 79 speed, Stratosaur 81 speed, Eliguana 80 speed, Gargolem defense form 65 speed, Cosmere meatball form 46 speed, Wobelisk 69 speed, Metatoad 43 speed, Festifer 22 speed, and Mullamerk 41 speed. Only Fishkarna, Stratosaur, and Eliguana has a higher speed stat than Dreggodyne. And keep in mind, not many players would actually run speed investment onto their Stratosaur, Eliguana, and Fishkarna. If you are up against a Dreggodyne, which is nimble 200 speed TPs, it will actually outspeed all of those tanks unless they run nimble. Which in that case, why would you run nimble on a tank? With nimble 200 and speed TPs, Dreggodyne can pretty much outspeed every ranged tank in Loomian Legacy, but it can't just have insanely good base stats to be broken. It must have some amazing moves and amazing coverage to put those base stats into good use. Let's talk about Dreggodyne's typing, moves, and abilities. Dreggodyne has a pretty good dual typing. It is a dark air type, which gives it 4 weaknesses, 4 resistances, and 1 immunity. Dark Air is also pretty good defensively, but it's fantastic offensively when you combine that typing with its moves. When you evolve Dreggodyne, it learns a new move called Egg Storm, which is a 90 power dark type move, which doesn't only hit both Loomians on the field, but it also has a small chance to daze both of the Loomians, which is extremely powerful. Egg Storm isn't the only good move for Dreggodyne. It can also learn Jetstream, which is 90 power stab, High Pitched Screech that can go through Scapegoat, Mud Spatter for speed control, Provoke to prevent setups, and Slumber to heal HP back. But there is one move which I left out, and that move is Draco Beam. Draco Beam has a 130 power ancient type move, and while it isn't stab, that extremely high range attack makes it more powerful than Egg Storm and Jetstream, which is insane. But Draco Beam usually lowers your range attack by 2 stages, which makes it fair, right? Well, there's an ability Dreggodyne learns, and it's Anomaly. And with Anomaly, that -2 range attack becomes a +2 range attack. And this is a +2 range attack Loomian with 135 range attack, solid bulk, decent speed stat, and amazing coverage. So yeah, Anomaly and Draco Beam are the main causes on why Dreggodyne is broken. And if you run Draco Beam, Egg Storm, and Jetstream, there isn't a single Loomian in the game that can resist all 3 of those moves, which makes Dreggodyne get 3 +2s and completely sweep your team in a heartbeat. So with all of this, is there anything you can even do that can deal with Dreggodyne? I hate to say this, but there isn't a single counter for Dreggodyne. It simply hits way too hard, and nothing could swap into a +2 Dreggodyne effectively. Clever 200 Wobblisk is your best option, which can actually live 3 hits from a Dreggodyne with Health Amulet. Even though you can't properly counter Dreggodyne, there are still ways that you could check it. Using fast pivot users like Ikazune, Deludrix, Phagenot, and Zulong can all hit it for super effective damage while swapping out at the same time. You could also place Icicle Traps, as Icicle Traps would deal Dreggodyne down 1/4 of its health. You could also use Hypnotize and barter Heavy Shackles, and while these options aren't always effective, if you have the chance, Hypnotizing or Heavy Shackling a Dreggodyne will hurt it in the long run. There's also Dyborg that can stop it. Yes, Dyborg is quad weak to Mud Spatter, but with its SA, you can outspeed Dreggodyne and either Hypnotize it, barter Heavy Shackles it, or use Square 1 to remove its stat buffs. There's also other Loomians that could swap into a few of its moves, like Eclipse coming in on an Egg Storm, Nimue coming in on a Draco Beam, and Wintrix can swap into a Jetstream. There are a few options to beat Dreggodyne, but that requires you to play extremely smart. And also, keep this in mind, don't forget about Dreggodyne's buddies, because there's still 4 other Loomians on that team you need to deal with, and those Loomians are usually built around Dreggodyne's effectiveness, so it's really hard to deal with Dreggodyne and the rest of the team at the same time. Here's the final question of the video. How good is Dreggodyne in PvP? With its extremely high range attack, amazing coverage, and the fact that it can easily set up, a way to recover health, and outspeeding most ranged tanks, and also having no counters that can effectively deal with it, makes Dreggodyne the best PvP Loomian in the entire game. Yes, I said it. I generally think Dreggodyne is better than all Ubers, better than Eclipse, and even better than Obsidian. It's that overpowered and broken. Personally, I wouldn't be shocked if Dreggodyne loses a bit of bulk or range attack in the future, because Dreggodyne right now is an unstoppable force that is extremely difficult to stop without suffering major casualties. Those are my thoughts about Dreggodyne, the most overpowered Loomian in Loomian Legacy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If y'all agree or disagree with what I said, tell me in the comments below. That's the end of the video, and I will see y'all all later. Bye-bye!